Are you guys ready? Start?
Uh, sure thing.
Alright, so let's actually do this for real this time. And then I'll move you guys over to your own calls. So in 7 part 2, 7 part 1, 6, 5, 4, Quidditch World Cup, 3, 2, 1, go! Did that in the wrong order, fuck me.
Yeah, Quidditch World Cup is
I know,
epic.
I know.
Oops.
Good luck to both
I think
of you.
so. Good luck, Emmy.
Good luck, Fract.
I'll see you guys in an hour or so.
44 minutes.
You're right. So we got the third race today. I'll see you guys in an hour or so. You're right. Isn't it great? Another Group A match. So AJ is looking for the upset here, hoping that he has a chance to move on after this with the three-way tie scenario. But we'll see in, like Emmy said, 44 minutes what's in store. Again, starting cutscene, minute and a half. Should be great after that. Timing was a bit off, but that's okay.
You'll have to be really, really careful. Don't go looking for trouble.
I don't go looking for trouble.
Yeah, that's because of the delay on the streams. So when I say they're gonna start, but then because the delay of their stream getting to me so that I can restream it, it's because of that.
You don't want to wake Professor Lupin.
Yeah, already behind.
Don't worry, Rob. We'll help you find Scabbers.
The delay wasn't enough for me to be able to start both of them separately. I don't have separate keys set to them. But we're gonna start with Scabbers Skip, so let's see if they can get it. Not too hard of a skip there.
Holding while you move the mouse to aim your wand.
Here goes Fract. Taking it a bit slow, but getting it. And Emmy taking it even slower. Using the walk strats. Oh, he clips up too high and hits the cutscene. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's move the sound over to Fract now.
I suppose we'll have to push this thing out of the way.
Or one of us could cast a pulso.
I've never actually seen those walk strats there, but they were fantastic actually. There's a function in this game which is walk, which if you hold down shift you walk much slower. That's actually used elsewhere to skip ledge grab animations. If you're near the end of a ledge grab animation and you hit the walk key, then it skips the animation and just puts you on top, which is pretty interesting. By default, it's set to shift, and that's actually unchangeable in the game itself. You could go into the folders and change it, but that's not allowed. So everybody who does shift strats uses shift because it's shift. Emmy taking a couple tries to get that turn cast. Didn't see what Fract got. Fract having trouble with the books there, but we're through. But all that matters for Monster Book is the Monster Book, or all that matters for Train is the Monster Book RNG. So we'll see what they get.
Draco Malfoy. So they put you in the creature's carriage, did they? Probably the only place you could find a friend.
Actually, I do have a rather interesting friend I'd like to meet.
Everyone playing nicely now. Oh no. What's that monstrous looking
So far, it's
Actually, I believe
decently close. Emmy struggling with Scabbers Skip is the main difference. In fact, only getting 5 pages. That's pretty unfortunate, but not too bad. And Emmy getting 6. Oh boy, that's about a 4-second time save there. Harry Potter 3 drinking game. 5 pages, take a shot. 6 pages, take a shot. 7 pages, finish your drink.
to work on the
Oh, Ron screwing over Emmy there a bit. When your friends get the second shot on a page, it does less for the progress bar than if you get the second shot, which kills the page.
Picking up a collector's card. Press the escape
Due to how they count the, due to how they counted it.
Let's get back to our compartment before we're missed.
Hey, Adam, that'd be a good decision. Well, hopefully we're in store for a close race here. Not expected to be close, but you never know. Transfer last time. Gotcha. Failed a carpe swing, drink. 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 Resetting carpe, finish your drink. Emmy is still Team Fract. Okay, good to know. So we got Team Fract and we got Team Fract. That was wrong. That was wrong based on how you see it. Whatever. So the order that these come in is completely random. Fract dealing with it well.
Harry, Ron, and Hermione were
A sub 540, a sub 550 train is we got Fract on Team Emmy and Emmy on Team Fract. Pretty interesting results there.
hurried to their first class of the term, anxious to resume their lessons.
I'm Professor Lupin, your new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
Thunder
Our
is
first
Team
lesson
Emmy.
involves the spell Carpe Retractum.
If Emmy wins this match, it will
Please join me.
completely open up the bracket to the three-way tie scenario in this group.
Hermione's loads better at spells.
All that would have to happen is
You'll do fine, Ron.
AJ to beat Emmy
Door to begin.
and both Fract and AJ to lose to Cinna, which are all expected outcomes. But we'll see. But you never know. AJ has, in the time since his first match, has gotten a very strong time in the category. He's gotten a
There are 10
48-54,
scattered throughout the challenge.
taking second place in
Some are
Europe,
well hidden. Find all 10
about
shields
half a
in
second
the
ahead of TK,
bonus room. If you don't find all the
and
shields
sitting,
the first time through,
what is that,
you can
5th
always come back.
overall in the
Complete
world.
challenge by collecting the final shield. Let's get
Adam
started.
is Team Neutral,
Carpe
Jump is
Retractum
Team
has two primary
Team Emmy,
uses. To pull yourself
Oh
toward
boy.
somebody,
Fract is Team Fragus is Team Europe,
see
of
if
course.
you can find a statue to cast the spell at. Then watch what happens.
If this tournament had started a week or two later, AJ would be doing very well for himself.
You can also use Carpe Retractum.
He would be sitting at the top of at the expected winner of his own group, having only started the speedrun
First,
a little over a month ago at this point,
you can jump over
which is
ledges like this
insane.
one, Ron. Hold down the full
Nixa would be third seed, taking the European record out from TK just a couple days ago, and then improving it this morning. 2-time that's better than the world record from 4 months ago.
Professor Lupin.
Currently sitting at a 48-19 Nixo.
is an imp, Ron.
Record has again been improved since we've last met here. It's now a 47-30
Try not to
as
let the
opposed to a 47-33.
the air. When they land,
Emmy going for the swing. Oh, she canceled it before she walked off there.
will explode.
Fract went for the safer pixie strat by doing exactly what Emmy's doing and then jumping around the cutscene. Emmy falling down again. Oh no.
Training to the test.
To the test?
Fract getting some decent imps. So the next swing is of course the one that saves the most time in Carpe. Actually, I don't think that's true. I believe that the 5th shield strat actually saves more time. Fract getting the turn cast there. Useful for any percent, not so much for Benny. Fract going for a few easy strats in this room. This is a strat that a lot of people used to do because it's really simple, really easy, and still pretty quick. hopefully we'll see Emmy go for the faster strat, which involves never landing until you get to the end.
Professor?
That's a fire.
See that in a couple seconds after Emmy kills these
Be
pixies.
careful. It can shoot fire out of its, well, out of its backside. Cast Rictus Sempra to knock it over.
His
Then
team
cast
Emmy for
again
the
and
fast
use it to knock
strats.
the fire
Alright,
rabbit out.
alright. Here we go. She didn't back up quite enough, but it looks like, whoa, just barely hits the death plane there. There she backed up more, but failed to graze off of the pillar. Dying again. Here's Emmy, here's Fract with 5th shield strats, very good. Emmy, oh, she opened the secret, it looks like. Fract falling off after hitting the Depulso, oh no. Emmy gonna wait this one out to cut her losses there. There we go, Fract getting that now. Emmy missing another jump there. Fract barely missing the swing in this room. Will he get it this time? Yes, he will. Missing the safe book jump though. Minimal time loss. Will the imps play nice for him? They won't. He just barely missed that imp on the right there. Thunder, are you talking about the one that Fract is skipping right now? If so, I have, and it's insane. Or the one that he's skipping now, which is even more insane. Now, why would you call it Liam Jump?
Well done, Ron. Unfortunately, you didn't find all of the
Hemi having some trouble into the shield. Close to death, actually.
So, come
Gonna
back
take the safe
anytime you
route,
want to
get the
take
save
challenge
book.
another go.
Move into final room of Carpe. Carpe first half. Fract going for Fred and George skip now. Will he get the first try? Emmy going for some 6 strats she just made up last run. Fract not getting first try. Opening the secret. Nope. Just missed it. Oh, Fract getting the skip and then failing to jump outside. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gets it that time though. Emmy having a bit of trouble with these swings. There, she got one. Failing Fred and George skip, that's a shot. And Emmy's into the save. Like I said, this run was never really expected to be that close, but there's still plenty of mistakes to be made. Emmy doing what Fract couldn't and getting 8th shield first try. 8th shield room.
Expect us to touch it. Disgusting creature.
And the imps? She chooses to just kill that one, which was probably faster at that point. They weren't gonna get together really.
I'd like to introduce you to Buckbeak. He's a hippogriff. Today, you'll be learning how to ride him. You first, Harry.
Fract hoping here not to fail white rings. That would be quite unfortunate.
You won't catch me bowing to that filthy beast.
Hello, Buck.
Ooh, Emmy missing the jump there, but she might still spawn by the shield. No, she doesn't.
To beat the top number on
She's gonna do the lag jump.
as soon as you
She missed the jump
just
there
click
though,
the
I
right
believe.
mouse button to make Beaky fly.
Trust me, the game's not paused. She's just holding down print screen. Oh, there we go. Emmy having a bit of trouble in Carpe. Kind of to be expected for less experienced runners of the game. Hey, Senna. Senna is of course the current leader of Group A at 3 points with a very very respectable time in his first match. Fract struggling to control Buckbeak there a bit. That was indeed truly a light jump. Emmy now going for skip. I don't believe she hit the fire. She needs to cast a pulsar there. I didn't see her do that.
Come back to the paddock anytime you want another
This
job.
will never work without casting Depulsa.
Fly and all, and you can win a collector's
There we go.
on
She
each of 'em.
fixed it.
I bet you're not dangerous at all, are you, you great ugly brute? I'm dying.
Hopefully Emmy can
Look
get
at me.
this
It's
relatively
killed me.
soon.
You're not dying.
Think
No.
you'll be all right?
Oh, there we go.
Of
And
course.
oh no, missing the jump just like
That's
Fract.
about a second.
You can bet
Ah.
Malfoy will make something out of this.
That's no good. Oh, back up. No, again. There's a small lip on the candle that's slightly lower than the rest of it, and if you jump off that part, you don't have enough height to make it up. I mean, getting it there finally. Sitting about 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes behind Fract at this point. Seems pretty insurmountable.
Ooh, looky. It's Weasley
Fract
Bunch
likely
of
knows that
thieves.
he doesn't need to play very well to win
I like
this.
the look of that armor.
He's locked us in.
I bet we could beat him if we all cast at once.
Ron, get ready to use your.
I
code
asked
practice
January
to pull him
19th,
down.
Senna,
Oh, goody.
if you are available to do your third and final racing groups. Run's going well. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right.
Hands off, Potty.
Yeah.
Almost got him, Ron.
That's it, Ron. Finish him off.
Brad coming up on the best cutscene in the game.
It's easy to be
course.
brilliant when you're scared half to death.
Better see the harm faces in
Let's get
chat.
on to Transfiguration class. Peeves has probably made us late.
Hello and welcome to Transfiguration class. One of the most advanced
Later tonight we have a match from Group E, or not E, D, which is gonna be the Tedder versus Hot Coffee. That's a North American battle at its finest. Canada versus the US. There's the obviously superior country there. He has, Senna, he has. That's why a bunch of matches have been scheduled if you look at the schedule.
Animagi turn into animals at will.
Nixa with the
A
herm
werewolf
face.
cannot control its transformation. Now for today's lesson.
Senna lacking the herm
Metaphors and
face.
metaphors spells. Miss Granger.
The cats, the cats, the cats.
Having a go at the exercise I've prepared.
Senna getting the herm face a bit late, but we in there
If you'll just step
nonetheless.
through this door, then
Emmy finishing up with Buckbeak. She's gonna be heading to the Peeve site next for a few
The
cutscenes.
transformation of a small object into a rabbit.
correct.
That's true.
Miss Granger.
That's true,
5
Nixa.
house
That's true.
points for Gryffindor. Cast Lapifors on the rabbit statue. You will then be able to control the transfigured rabbit. Use the arrow keys to move the rabbit in the desired direction. The right mouse button will make the rabbit hop.
Ooh, Zully going for the herm face pyramid and getting sniped out multiple times.
Position the rabbit. Press the enter key anytime you wish to stop. the
Pen and
spell.
Right.
Or simply
how's it going,
use the
Panera?
left
Button to
hand with
chew
the
or
rabbit,
dig.
and the spell will stop.
Mir's
Splendid, Miss
commentating Emmy's run since we only have the audio from Fract. Fract going for the turncast here, missing it, getting it second try, only losing slight amounts of time there, missing it once. Fract not getting the stupid rabbit glitch, so he doesn't have to stay as the rabbit when he wants to control Hermione. Which is good. Nobody wants that. Going for the spam will skip here instead of the precise jumping will skip.
Now let's move on to the Draconifor's spell. Cast on the dragon statue, Miss Granger, to transform it into a...
Is he gonna go for lag jumps? He is! Fract's computer struggles with lag jumps. Will he get it? Just missing, just missing. Not enough lag, and choosing to go for
Now,
the dragon instead.
to proceed, you will need to use the dragon to get the fireball pickup. Then fly up and land on a platform. Finally,
Again, going for the pyramid and Nixo sniping it at the same spot.
click the spacebar to make the dragon fly. Use the arrow.
No pyramids on
Click the
Nixo's
left
watch.
mouse button to make the dragon breathe fire. Once he's grabbed a fireball pickup, the dragon will produce one blast of flames for each pickup.
Emmy finishing off with the Peeves fight and gonna head into the Hermface cutscene. Zolly, not even getting the 3rd tier up. Come on. What is this, Zolly? Nixo is just a beast. Nothing anybody can do about it. Back to missing the 2nd fire. Zolly threatening the unmod on not his channel? Or is he threatening it to unmod on his channel? Ooh, that's a big threat there. Zolly will act on his word. Let's see if Zolly goes for another pyramid. Meanwhile, Fract entering the Bundymun cutscene,
A Bundymun will expel
casting at the spinners while waiting, and Emmy entering Draconifor's Lapifors.
You can cast Richter Sempra to stun a
Emmy doing her own Herm face.
You can jump on top of it.
Only Amir joining in. Amir. Speaking is difficult. Zolly was trying to finish Tiefers, but no, Nixo. Stopping it once again. Fract now going for maze skip. Gets onto the door and over the maze. Chat is great right now. You're not wrong, Nixo, you're not wrong. Emmy getting the turn cast very quickly. And Fract finishing up right now with Transfig.
Nicely done, Miss Granger. You've completed the challenge. But
Zolly can't even get past the first tier pyramid.
to the bean bonus room.
Oh my gosh.
Challenge again.
Oh
Anytime
my
you
god.
please.
Thank you, Professor.
Emmy having trouble with well skip here.
All of the shield snacks
Jumping early, it looks like. Getting it 3rd try. Oh, the 1-tier pyramid, the 2-tier pyramid.
Excellent.
Nixo, you failed. Any pyramid is a pyramid. It's a very small pyramid. Inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but a pyramid nonetheless. Emmy getting the first flag jump.
Just a very small
Will she get the
chance to
second?
get the dragon.
Setting it up,
Oh, shame.
and she gets it.
You can have another go at the challenge if you like.
That may or may not be true, Nixo, but it is nonetheless a pyramid. Oh,
Even though
almost going for the reverse pyramid, but could not get it.
Harry was
Getting
excited to
sniped
play
out by the
first
PogChamp.
Quidditch match of the season.
Nixo sniping the Nixo is lame pyramid. Meanwhile, Fract is in Quidditch. Another runner shows up and is bashing the commentator for commentating chat more than the run.
Brilliant.
Totally agree with him. Emmy getting the 2 fires before the cutscene, that's pretty good. Gonna skip now by jumping on the pot. Gets it. Not going for shift struts on these moving blocks, but is going on it there.
Now, we obviously can't bring a real Dementor in.
Spinette, Johnson, Bell, Johnson, Spinette, Dementors.
The boggart will appear as the thing
Quidditch World Cup references are the best.
sphere in the form of a Dementor. First, we'll practice on a target. Aim your wand at the target. Then, hold down the left mouse button to build the spell's power.
Fract sitting about 40-ish seconds behind his PB right
You
now.
must release the spell just as the
Not
ring
such a
passes
great
over your
run,
wand.
but not too terrible at this
The
point.
incantation for the spell is Expecto Patronum.
Right. Expecto Patronum.
Excellent cast, Harry.
Expecto
The second match today should be a decently close match. Nice quad there by Emmy.
Stage of the lesson.
2 singles, getting out of there quickly, and now going for mace.
Be ready to use the
In the second match, we got the 5th seed Tedder versus the 12th seed Coffee. But their time's pretty close, RTA. Tedder's pretty new to running the game, so very possible he makes a couple mistakes throughout the run, which makes it a very close race. One that neither of them can really afford to lose.
Or in this case, boggart. The creature's presence will likely keep it from moving. Cast a perfect Patronus at a boggart to disable it.
They both would very much appreciate the win.
At each boggart in the area.
Of course, that's true in any match. Nisha was going for it, but could not. He's going for the Nixo sub-badge pyramid, but could not do it. Zolly going for it. Zolly, will he finish Nixo's pyramid? He finishes Nixo's pyramid. Nixo cannot stop a pyramid of his own emote. He refuses. So Fract now in the library, gonna go for the library skip. Hopefully he does not soft lock. Thank you for the host. See how he does. He's going for the old strat again. Or he's gonna swing from down here. Gets it. Nice. Emily P2 Transbeam. Pyramid. Is she going for it? On mobile? This is why it's taking so long? She's in a cutscene. Ah. All races are bad. What can you really expect? In fact, finishing up with library and now heading to Glacius. Emmy just about to enter Expecto Patronum.
Glacius is useful for freezing a number of things, Harry.
Sitting about
Begin with an
3
Amazonian
to
salamander, shall we?
3.5 or 4 minutes behind at this point.
Take care now, Harry. You'll
It's
need
like
to
about
eliminate
4.
both the creature and its fire. Give it a try.
Fract, of course, in the time since we last met, has improved his PB as well to 49.19 from, I believe, 49.26 maybe in the 20s. And he's also done a run of any % and has PB'd by almost 3 minutes in that for the first time in a couple of years. ruining the once famous meme.
Press the up arrow to go faster.
Emily with 3 perfect casts.
Off you go. I'll see you at the end of the challenge.
Fract going for these optimal slides. Not too fast though. Sliding is quite a difficult skill to get good at. It's hard to know the best lines you should take. Oh, Fract getting very unlucky there. The Spongify tile sends you in a direction, right? There's a small lip there you see though, so if you get just the edge of the Spongify tile, when you bounce in that direction, it pushes you off that ledge and straight up, and then you're gonna go straight back down, and then go again, and again, and again, until the Spongify tile runs out. It's possible to do that on almost every Spongify tile that comes out of the ground in this game. When the hitbox for the Spongify is lower than the floor, that's how it works. When the hitbox is higher, it's never possible. So for example, on this one, even though it's from the ground, the Spongify tile spell actually spawns higher than you could possibly be, so it's than the floor, so it would never happen there. Same thing for that one. There's coffee in the chat. One of the runners in their second race happening in about half an hour. Fract is quite a bit ahead. Emmy is in library. The next level is Glacius, which is where Fract is right now. Fract getting the chamber jump. Not too hard, just some timing to learn there. And Emmy getting past the library soft lock. And Fract getting quite unlucky with these imps, but getting the quad kill on the second half, but missing the Spongify tile. Going to finish the level right now. Emmy just entering Glacius as we speak, sitting roughly 4 minutes behind. Hard to say exactly, but say about 4. Fract here about to miss Knight's Shield. Sully just can't get anything through coffee. Nothing.
Excellent job, Harry. You've
Nothing.
the challenge. Oh, but I see you didn't find all of the challenge shields. Ah, it's a shame. Well, come back anytime you want to give the challenge another.
Sully admitting defeat, giving up at this point.
Bonus room.
Thanks, Professor Flitwick. I'll be back.
Nixo taking the victory to the bank.
So, how was it?
You can freeze things now.
I could slide everywhere. Oh, wicked! And salamanders the size of Hagrid.
The blue or the scarlet variety. Doesn't really matter, I suppose.
You can have another go at the Glaciers Challenge if you want, Harry.
Or we can come back later.
Fract finishing off Glacius, exiting
Despite
the level
dangerous visitor lurking around Hogwarts,
into the cutscene.
Harry
Let's
insists
switch
on
to
going
Emmy's
visit
audio for now then. In Glacius. Emmy having fun on the slides. Well, everybody is showing off their cool HP related sub emotes in chat. Fract, while doing his run, is asking everybody what house they're in. I, of course, am a Ravenclaw. Anybody who watches my stream would know that, due to my split background. And anybody that knows me knows I study mathematics, which also easily makes me a Ravenclaw. Emmy finishing up the second half of Glacius just as we speak. We got some Hufflepuffs in the chat. Few Slytherins. Emmy getting the ledge grab on Glacius jump, just barely getting there. Of course, hitting the ceiling ruins your forward momentum, so you want to avoid that at all costs. Barely still working out for Emmy there, though. Missing that last attempt there.
Oh no! Salamanders!
Fract, currently killing the skeletons. Not too bad, not too bad. Fract is on an okay run. He's about a minute behind his PB. Same with Emmy. Not an amazing run for either of them on PB pace, but not a terrible run either. Emmy, of course, lost a lot of time on her Carpe, finishing close to 3 minutes behind Fract, which is not too amazing. More like half. My bad. But since then, she has done pretty well for herself. Losing only about another minute to Fract. In the half an hour since. Nixo questioning the legitimacy of certain pyramids. Hard to say whether or not his judgment is correct in this matter, though. We're just about to finish off the floor over here, enter the cutscene for the Dementor fight. Thinking.
Where's the dog? It's not a dog.
I have to be totally honest. Yes.
There's no need
Yeah,
to be
we could.
Sirius Black is not what you think he is. And Scabbers, he's not a rat. He's a wizard by the name of Peter Pettigrew.
What?
Watch.
I can explain.
Fract just chilling out, typing emotes in chat during cutscenes, Next thing you know, he's gonna be doing it during the parts of where he actually has to pay attention.
Pettigrew.
Of course, that's the rest of the game at this point, really. The small cutscenes. Finishing off these dimensions nicely. Jump reliably on Team Emmy.
They've got Bugbeak in there somewhere.
Honorable.
Awfully quiet. You're sure you set the time turner back the right amount?
Even when there looks like no way back.
Depulso! SpongeBob!
You did it!
Perfect. Careful now.
Right. Oh no! The door closed!
Well, there's got to be a way out.
Me and Willow now. Already split up from Harry.
Nice one, Hermione. You opened the door, but it's too
Fract
wide for
trying
you
to
reach.
save our beloved Buckbeak so that he can complete his Any Percent run. In a time that is sub Nixo, so that Nixo will be forced back into the category. His words, not mine.
Does that help?
Perfect. Hold tight.
Commentator trying to stay awake. Barely managing. Go to Timmy's. I could. 10 minutes down the road. It is just before 7 here,
A lot of good that did.
but commentator has been awake since about 3 in the morning, so gonna have to give him a break. Just drink a hot coffee. Timmy's are everywhere. University, my good friend. University. Pain in the butt. Fract entering Dementors, and then all he has left is finals. Emmy is still on Team Fract, of course. Commentator trying to figure out if Emmy could still PB at this point. Seems possible. Hard to say. Looks to be no chance at this point for Fract. Requires Glots for sub 50. But a respectable run nonetheless. I mean, going for that early cast, but missing on the Dementor. Fract entering Ron's final. Let's see if he can get the earliest cycle with the 3 Carpe swings that he needs. First one. deciding not to walk to the side like most runners to make it easier, but getting it nonetheless. Shoutouts to Max G for making a frog at some point. Getting the second one. Does he make it back up in time? No, he doesn't. It can still be saved. Freaking out. He can save it through the secret if he gets this bridge skip. He does. Might even be able to save it without the bridge skip. Doesn't look like it. Needs to quickly jump out of the secret to make it onto this platform. This is the second fastest cycle. He still gets it. No problemo, Max. So did I. So did I. And Fract gets an imp skip. Yeah, I ripped the 44XX, unfortunate. Fract into Hermione's final now. Well, Emmy is the dragon and back in time. Titter, our second racer, needs to be ready pretty soon, so he's going to eat. Titter and Coffee, I will send along the stream keys relatively shortly. After this race. Emmy having the imps go everywhere here. Ooh, struggling a bit with them. There we go. They're all dead. Fract has some pretty good dragon movement here. Gets a little bit of a stuck there and there again. Should be making a pretty fast cycle here. That's not too bad. And flap a few times. Should be right in front of him here. It is. Emmy finishing up with the Buckbeak rescue. Fract getting another stuck there. Missing this earlier cycle. And Fract hitting the early trigger exit that Tether found recently. Finishing Hermione's final. Looks like he's going for the lag jump. This is odd of Fract. Will he get it? He does! Just barely making it over. Oh boy. Fract going for the Glod with that. Fract almost finishing up with his run on the last level of the game. Having some trouble with imps. Ooh, missing both of those. Getting them there. Emmy now moving on to Ron's final after quite a long load. Fract having some trouble with the crabs though. Let's see how Emmy can do on Ron's final. Pretty big potential time save for her. See if she can get the first swing. Going left side it looks like. That's quite slow, it doesn't look like it's gonna be quite enough. Choosing to just land on the back platform again. It is possible to save it as Frack did to get to the second fastest cycle that most runners go for. But she misses the cast there. Having to wait another cycle here. Not letting go in time. Going for the backup swing here. Getting it. Yes. Having to wait another cycle though. And does she get bridge skip? She does. Moving on to cycles. Not gonna be able to make that through the secret. Fract finishing up with imps. Moving on to salamanders to finish up his run. I don't think that salamander died from that Rictus Tempra. I could be wrong though. Oh, it did. Wow. Fract finishing up a respectable run. It's gonna be a low 51 RTA. Emmy will hopefully get imp skip here. Getting quite a few frame drops from her. Ooh, no. Just drops down. Emmy getting quite a few frame drops here. Not fun.
Ah, glad to see you three survived your final exams.
Oh, they were great fun.
Speak for yourself. I'll be having nightmares for months.
Well then, let's see whether you've completed
Finish
all of your
up.
third-year requirements. Looks like you've got a few things to finish up yet. A few
Bit of an early split there actually, but it's more of a 5109. Let's move over to Emmy's chat and go back into the call with Fract. How was that, Fract?
I don't know. I played pretty bad. That's all I can say.
Still
Like-
a low 50, just a minute off your PB.
It was terrible, but it's kind of irrelevant, I guess.
I suppose so. Yeah, Emmy is still in Hermione's final, so you had quite a bit of a lead there, as I'm sure you expected.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Emmy
apart from a few interesting
getting window
things.
jump there, so
Ooh.
it's quite close. She may be
Nice.
able to PB, but seems unlikely at this point. No.
I did a couple cool things, but I played terrible.
Emmy getting quite a few frame drops still. Nothing I can really do about that.
Got the early hit in Willow Dementors. thing.
I did not notice. No.
I found a slight optimization and back in time.
I noticed that
Well-
actually. You walk forward as Harry to stay up like on the thing. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Well,
And-
first you on the first Spotify tile, you don't use you wall walk thing.
Yeah.
And then it kind of puts you a little bit more to the right, so you can walk a little bit more straight to the room. Might save like 0.1 or something.
Maybe, yeah. Yes,
Oh, I
the
got
next
final.
race is
Oh, yeah.
the 5th seed Tedder versus the 12th seed Hot Coffee. We're both in chat right now.
That was the first time I was actually able to save the run's final.
Through the secret, yes, I noticed that. That was
Pretty good.
Pretty good save, yeah. Looks like PB is just about ripped for Emmy. Oh, getting the up warp there off the pillars.
I tried lag jumps for the memes. I actually got Glacier's one.
I commented on that. I'm like, you don't normally go for those, but I assume you know you're gonna win, so you may as well at this point. I know, Senna. I'm just too lazy to, fix it.
Luck to Coffee and Tether.
Emmy
Close one.
finishing up, going to Glacier's final now. commentator trying to multitask. Send out stream keys to the new runners.
So how did I get stuck on the Spongified tile in Glacius? That was stupid.
Yeah, I kind of explained that. It's because the lip is it goes below, so you bounce off the lip, and then that causes you to go straight up, and then you're gonna land at the same spot and do it again and again and again. It's very precise to actually get, but seem to have got it there.
Game bullshitted on me.
I've sent out the stream keys, so you might need to stop your stream soon. Emmy just in Harry's final as we speak, finishing up her run. Looks to be missing PB by just a bit. But considering it's not her main speed game, pretty respectable time nonetheless. Sub 1 again for her.
Yeah, nice.
Fract and Emmy both prefer the HP2 glitchless category, of course.
Of course.
Harry Potter 2 being the optimal speed game.
Which is now dead.
I would tend to disagree, but we'll agree to disagree. I mean, not getting the Pixie Sock blocked, which is really good. Will she be going for turn cast? It looks like she will be. Nixo spreading the lies in chat as usual. I mean, having some trouble with these turn casts though. Finally getting all those imps killed. Moving on to the Salmons. Of course, Zolly is spreading truth. Oh, the imp is still alive. That needs to die before the Spongified tile will spawn. Zolly getting purged there for telling the truth to the world. HP4 is the optimal speed game. It's quite a dictatorship we have here with the mods. Emmy just about to finish up.
Glad to see you three survived your final exams.
GG, Emmy.
Speak for yourself. I'll be having nightmares for months.
Well then, let's see whether you've completed all of your third-year requirements. Looks like you've got a few
There we go.
to finish up.